Good morning, YouTube. Happy race day. Welcome back to my channel. We are on our way to Angola Motorsport Speedway again this weekend. It is looking to be a very hot and crispy day. So we're gonna drink lots of fluids, make sure we stay hydrated. And we have a lot of classes tonight. We got Crown Vics and Hornets, plus all of our regular late models, modifieds, street stocks, and our regular front wheel drives. So hopefully we have a good turnout. I know the heat can be a little intense for some people, but it would be great if we could get a nice, cool fan base and lots of cars back in Angola today. Well, we're in the pits. I'm getting the cars all unloaded now and pit cart out, and looks to be a good night so far. We have a lot more slabs that got people in them compared to the last race that we were here 2 weeks ago. That's good, and hopefully we can get some more. It's really hot. Really hot. We're about to go qualify soon. Chandler's car is handling great. Just track's a little slick, he said, so we'll see how qualifying goes. My car is like running really slow today. Not really sure why. This feels like I don't have a lot of horsepower, not getting quite the RPMs I need. So me and Chandler are about running the same speed. We have enough cars for a heat race finally, so we don't have to do a stupid pursuit. So my dad's making a quick adjustment to see if that'll do anything. It'll be me and Chandler in the slow heat.
54. Chris Einzelman, 17. Red Eye 93 Mark Sports. As they come around the corner, Tim, and that flag stand going to give them the green with 12 laps to go. Looks like he did not like that start. We're going to call them. We're going to wind up one more time. We're going to restart this with 12 laps to go for our Shepherd's Family Auto Group front-wheel drives.
a heat race W. The car wasn't quite up to temperature, so it wasn't running quite right, and I still don't think it's running quite right, because in the feature I did have it up to temperature, but I was still struggling a little bit with times wise. I have to look into that. Me and Chandler had a great battle in the heat race, and then in the feature, since I was up to temperature, my car just took off. I had an absolute blast running out there. It's so hot, but at the end of the day, racing is so much fun. I absolutely couldn't ask for a better hobby to do. We still need fan support, driver support, all we can. So please, if you are anywhere nearby a circle track, oval track, asphalt, dirt, it don't matter. Get your butts in the stands and support local track racing while we still have it. Whew. And what an end to a freaking night.
Zero, Tony Dagger, 28, Cole Elkins, 87, Zach Henderson, 46, Chad Richardson.
so that will conclude another video from me. Unfortunately, Blake's car started overheating, so he was not able to finish the race. Paige pulled off a top 5 with 5th place, and Tony got P2. So good little night for the late models, and then for us in the front wheel drives, 3rd and 5th. Can't ask for a better night when cars are all in one piece. So always love that. And it was awesome having the Crown Bics there. They put on a nice little race for the fans. Still need help with building our Hornet class, so if you are in the area and you have a Hornet, I'll post the schedule here on the screen, and they are micros on the schedule, but they are Hornets. So if you have a stock front wheel drive, we'd love to have you there at the track. And follow Angola Motorsport Speedway on Facebook so you can keep up to date with their upcoming races and any schedule changes that they might have. Without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that bell to get notified when I post. Follow me down on Instagram and TikTok for my behind the scenes content, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!